Big banks have two big secret. Wait until you find out. Hey gang, this is Mike with MrNoFluff.com, and today I want to talk about two big secrets that the stinky bankers have that they don't want you to know. As a bonus, I might even give you three. So you want to make sure you stay tuned to the very end. Before I forget, go ahead and click the like button and let's go ahead and share this message so everyone gets to know what is these big bankers doing, and it's going to shock you, okay? And one other thing before I forget is that one, if you're new to real estate investing or you're new to real estate, then you should definitely join my mastermind, okay? We meet every Saturday from 10 to 11, and it only costs 19 bucks per meeting, okay, which is 76 bucks a month. Unbelievable. I know there's many academies out there that charges you $10, $25,000. I want to help you be your dreams. So if you're new or if you're a pro, a lot of my students are pro investors, pro agents that have 10, 20 years of experience during the class. You're going to get great benefits. All right. So let's move forward. What are the two big secrets that banks don't want you to know about? All right. The very first one I want to talk to you about is that these bankers are printing money. All right. What does that mean? That means that you and many other people in America, you're trading your time for money. What that really means is that I don't know how to say nicely, but you're a slave because you're trading your time. What is your time? That's your life. That's your life energy. You're giving this away, usually for some stupid boss, stupid job, stupid cubicle, stupid traffic. You're doing something you don't even really love. Now, many people in America are in this situation. Actually, a lot of people around the world that subscribe to central bankers. So they're trading their time, their life energy for money, okay? And they're in return, they're getting money. But these bankers, okay, bankers, they have a guy sitting there, right, with a little table, and this guy has a little machine, and he's feeding it paper, and then on the other side, money comes out, all right? So they're printing the money while you and I and many people in America, I don't have a job, so I don't subscribe to this, but many people are trading their only time to get some fake papers, okay? Now, the most craziest thing is that the way the big corporations are, the way the banks are, the way the elites are, they're brainwashing everyone to constantly feel like they're inferior, that they're lacking something, they're too short, too fat, too skinny, they don't smell a certain way, etc. So they work more hours to get more money. And then what this money they want you to consume on all kinds of stuff, the newest iPhone, the newest car, the newest X, the newest Y, the newest Z. Okay. So the very first secret that many people don't know is how our money is being printed. So as many of us work, which means that we have to drive in traffic, we have to go sit in the cubicle, we have to say yes sir, no sir, we have to kiss butt, we have to deal with the politics of work just to get a piece of paper. But the bankers are printing this money free, almost free, while many of us are slaving to it. All right. So that's point number one. Now let's go ahead and talk about point number two. Let me erase this for a second. Now, point number two, the biggest secret that you don't realize is that bankers have created laws, thanks to lobbyists and thanks to Congress, to take your money, in case the bank goes belly up. So there's laws that's going to call bail in, okay, that they're going to take your money. Now, many people say, well, Mike, why would the bankers take my money? They have so much money, right? Which basically brings me to point number three. All right. But before I go to point number three, I want you to understand that these bankers are taking massive risk. And if they lose their money like they did in the 2006, 2007, 2008, last time we bailed them out, right? But this time they made laws that we cannot bail them out. So they're going to reaching into your checking, reaching into your savings, reach into your CDs and take your money to make them liquid because they're too big to fail. Because we don't live in a true capitalism. Okay. We live in where Big Brother favors big corporations versus the small business owner, the small guy. All right. Now, let me give you the bonus. The bonus is that bankers, okay, number three is they got no money. They got no money, right? Because the money is fake. They need you to trade your time for money, okay? Now, in other words, they're solvent. They're broke, right? They they don't have any resources. For example, the reason why America is getting so powerful is because we trade fake dollars for natural resources around all over the world. Like, for example, we'll get oil from Middle East. We'll get X from Korea. We get Y from Japan, whatever. We're actually getting natural resources like gold, diamond, timber, gas, whatever. But we're trading fake papers that has no actual value and someone's printing it. Okay. Now, you would think that bankers are happy. No, they're not happy because point number three is they're taking massive risk. Okay. They're risking. Now, many people think they're risking because they're lending to Bob the plumber money to start his business, or they think they're lending to Jose to start his business. But no, that's a small percentage of it. The majority of the money the bankers are risking your money. It's not their money because they're broke. They're risking your savings, your deposits, in things that we don't even understand, like derivatives. I'll just put D. They're risking in derivatives, okay, which is so much more than the money that they have in securities in their deposits. For example, I'm just making it real simple. If the banks, let's say, have $1,000 in deposits, they're over here with derivatives gambling $1 million. So when this thing busts, derivatives bust, the banks are going to be totally insolvent because they originally only had, for example, $1,000 to play with, but they're investing in vehicles that most of us don't even understand. Even the economists that study this stuff don't understand, and they're gambling in the futures with highly leveraged, more than they own. Okay, so which leads into um, point number two, which is the bail-in, because very soon everything's gonna bust, right? Because that's what the Federal Reserve does. There's booms and busts. That's what the printing of money does. So we're in a roller coaster ride. There's going to be ups and downs. Ups are called booms, downs are called busts, right? And in this next bust, all these bankers, right, have so much risk, like derivatives and other things we don't even understand or can't even talk about, and that they're going to go belly up. Now, guess what? When the bail-ins happen, because bail-ins, which means the banks made these $1 million investments, but they only have $1,000. When they go bust, okay, there's going to be a line. Okay, here's the banks. Okay, and there's going to be a line of people waiting for their money. So when the bank goes belly up and they have to liquidate their assets, okay, or in other words, they're going to take in their deposits, they can take your deposits, your savings. Well, guess what? You're what's called an unsecured creditor. That's right. When you put your money into a bank, you're not even a secure creditor, you're an unsecured creditor. So when the market busts and the banks go belly up because they're investing in derivatives, like let's say they have $1,000 in um, credits, not credits, but deposits, and they're risking 1 million. When they go bust, and the bank has to liquidate, the first people they're going to pay off is other bankers. They're first in line because they're secured creditors. Where you and I and anyone else has money in their bank, we're unsecured. So there's going to be many other people in this chain that are going to get paid whatever is left. Usually, probably not going to be much. And the people that are third, fourth, fifth in line will probably never get their money. It's kind of like how mortgage works. So if you're first, if you have a lien and you're first in line, you're going to get paid. If you're second in line, right, you're not going to get paid. The probability is very less. If you're third in line, the probability even decreases more and more. If you're fourth in line, more and more. That's why the bankers always put their purchase as a first lien when you buy a house, because they want to make sure they get paid. So think about what I just said. If the banks go belly up, which they will, in my opinion, right? That they went belly up last time. I don't have to guess or think did they not go belly up? 2006, because banks went belly up. We had to bail them out. This is a proven fact. This is not opinion. Banks will go belly up again. That's my opinion for the second time. But we can go back in history and see it was a fact. Once they go belly up, you and me and anyone else that has money in the savings and they're checking, they're going to take this money and they're going to give out to their friends first, all right, which is other bankers, because they're bidding derivatives with other bankers. So listen to what I just said. Once a bank goes belly up, they're going to take whatever remaining money they have and they're going to pass it to their teammates, one other banker. And if there's anything that's left over, which I doubt, it's going to come to you. So simply put, ladies and gentlemen, big bankers have three big secrets. I even give you a bonus instead of two. One is that they're printing money and you're trading your life away for it, right? And then you're also consuming because you're brainwashed to do that since junior high, since high school, because you went to school, you want to have clothes that look like everyone else, or you wanted to have the same, you want to fit in. So you had to do certain things, maybe look a certain way, have a certain brand, maybe have your hair a certain way, maybe have a certain car to fit in, right? So they're printing money and they're making everyone work and then brainwashing you to constantly spend your money instead of getting free time. The second point is that the bankers are insolvent, right? And in this next crash, they're going to take your money. And the third thing is that, right, me and you and anyone else that has money into the banking system, we're unsecured creditor. And when the banks go belly up, more than likely, we're not going to get any of our money back, because the first in line are their friends, the other bankers they made bets with on the derivatives. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and click like. Let me know what you think about bankers. Do you think bankers are good or evil? And let's go ahead and share this message, because so many people in America don't even know where their money's being made. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor, you're an accountant, you're a CPA, you're a construction worker. Majority of people in America don't know that, hey, what? Who's printing their money? They don't even understand how the money system